Will you introduce yourself? Tell us your name and your DOC number.
My name is Mario Gonzalez Varela, 80983.
And you understand good English?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we're trying to be able to connect your sister, Ms. Gonzalez, but we're having a few issues. While we are working through those issues, we're going to start our process with you, okay?
I'm not familiar with the technology. Hope everything will be all right with it.
So I'm going to read some information into the record, and then we'll have a parole interview with you. We also, as you can see, we have Ana Hernandez also on the phone, and she wants to speak on your behalf, and we'll call on her at the appropriate time. But let me just check on Ms. Gonzalez. Do we still have Ms. Gonzalez?
You're probably a little nervous. Hope everything will be fine.
She's still there. She's turned her camera off. Ana, were you able to get in touch with her?
My husband is trying to get a hold of her. Oh, okay. She talked to her and she said that she's gonna try to do that.
Okay, well, we're gonna go ahead and proceed. Could you just stay stationary in one spot? Did you make us dizzy when you walk?
Yeah, no, it's fine. Sorry.
Okay, Mr. Varela, you're classified as a third felony offender. You're currently serving a life sentence. You were sentenced first in Caddo Parish in 1975 to life for second-degree murder. You have a West Feliciana sentencing in October of 1979 for simple escape. And then also in West Feliciana in September of 1982, aggravated battery. You do have a parole eligibility date, which was December 13th, 2015. Is all that information correct?
Oh, that's true, ma'am.
Oh, that's correct.
Oh, that's correct.
So how old are you, sir?
I'm 75 years old. 75.
How long have you been in?
I was born in December 24, 1948. Oh, how long have I been incarcerated? Excuse me. 48 years.
48 years? And how long have you been there at Hunt?
I've been in house about 7 years, but about, look at my age, you know, I can recall everything exactly, but I've been about 2016. Okay, thank you, Warden. Yeah.
Okay. So when I look at how did you come to be in Louisiana?
Well, you know, if I may say, I was an alcoholic. I was traveling, tell you the truth, I was traveling, you know, state to state, being an alcoholic. I was working and stealing at the same time. That was my former life at that particular time. And I ended up in Louisiana, and I used to work and steal. But you know, my problem was alcohol. But I'm not trying to excuse none of that. All I'm saying like this: I went to this bar, and I went to drink in it, and I started an argument with a patron, and it was about the sleeping bag. And probably the sleeping bag, it wasn't a different boot, and I confused the people, somebody hid it from me. And that was the whole argument. And from then, because I didn't want a bag, but I could be in the wrong side. That particular bag could be somewhere else, and I confused somebody who was playing tricks with me. And that's what the whole thing started on. I got into an argument with a client, and then I got into a fight with the client. And that's the whole thing about it. And like I said, you know, I'm not trying to excuse nothing for the parole. I'm just trying to tell it the truth as it is. And that's what.
Right. So wait, let's go back. So I do see where you got an argument, and you were asked to leave the bar, the lounge. But then you came back a few minutes later and set the place on fire with people in it, in the bar.
Yes, ma'am, that's true.
One of those people passed away or died because of their injuries.
Yes, ma'am, that's true.
And so, and I do see where you've been, in and out of the United States quite often in the 60s and early 70s. You like every month you'd be here and they'd send you back and you'd come back and they'd send you back and you just kept coming back. So, and at the time I think this occurred, you were on parole from the Federal Bureau of Prisons. Is that right? You had gotten out of that, they paroled you.
The parole board is different from over there. They send you back. There's no criminal, there's no crime behind it. I can remember done 2 years.
Right. It's for illegal
yeah.
reentry to the United States, illegal reentry to the United States. That's what the record shows. And you had only been, you had only been released about a month when this happened, when the crime happened.
That's true, very true.
And Warden, my record shows there's still a federal detainer. Is that still active? Can you tell?
Yes, ma'am, it is. It's for immigration hold.
Okay. So, Mr. Varela, since you've been in jail for 48 years, what have you done to address your alcoholism? And obviously you have an anger problem. What have you done to work on you?
Anger problem? If I may say, throughout the years of my incarceration, the hard time I've been in prison, and the educational programs that they offer here in Hans, and if I may say to this parole board, I know, at some point in our lives, most of us believe in something greater than ourselves. If I may say to this parole board, in 2009, I met a power greater than myself that I call him by the Hebrew name with Yahweh and Joshua. It does happen in Angola. It was somebody offered me a magazine called it the Sacred Magazine. From there on, Yahweh and Joshua have been with me for 14 years. They has given me something that I never had in my life, which is peace and right of mind and wisdom. It is through the wisdom, through the gift of wisdom that I understood everything that I've done wrong in my life, the pain that I caused the victim's family, and how God doing it. And I was my enemy. And that's the change that had transpired in my life. And I don't know, some of us, at some point, we believe in something greater than ourselves, let me say that. And that's what happened in my situation. And like I said, I'm trying to say that I'm guilty of this crime. I'm not trying to say that, and I understand the pain I caused to the victim's family. The best thing I can do for them.
So listen, we're going to move on. You were seen by a parole board in 2021, like 3 years ago, right? And you were denied because there was victim opposition at that time. Law enforcement was opposed, and you had gotten a write-up in 2019 for a positive drug screen at that time.
That's true. That's true.
Now, since then, when's your last write-up?
That is the only write-ups I received since I've been in Hunts. And they give me about 6 months every month you get tested. And since then, I tested negative.
So at that time, back in 2019, what was the test positive for?
I think they say there was some kind of crystal
Methamphetamine.
Yes, they took up.
Why do you say they said that? Is that what it was? Did you?
That's what the cup show in it. They took about 20 of us, and they taste of the test about 5 or 10 of us positive for drugs. And
That-
some of
But listen,
okay,
were you guilty? Were you guilty?
I was found guilty by the court. I was they was giving me 6 days, or I was given 6 days. I mean 6 months no visit, 6 months no store. Yeah, I was found guilty with that.
So were you guilty?
Yeah, I'm guilty. I could.
Good. All right, I want to say, I
Yes,
wanted
ma'am.
you to get it. So have you had any write-ups since then?
As I said before, that's the only write-up against in the house. No other write-ups that I know
That's the only write-up you've had in what, 8 years?
of.
Got it.
I've been over here about 7, 8 years in the house. That's the only write-up.
Yes, ma'am, that's correct.
Okay, so, so if you were successful, I don't know, we'll have to see, but what would be your plan? Where would you go? Of course, you'd have to go to the federal detainer.
No problem with that, ma'am. I don't have I should have no problem with that. Because,
Where would you live?
where would I live? Well, my sister agreed to let me live in her house, and the trade that I have is I'm a carpenter. I can make a living out of that, and it go back to, like I say, I'm having a sound mind. That alone is going to keep me away from coming out to jail. I'm not longer going to have the negative problem that I have in the past. They're not longer there. I want to turn that to the board. It's
How you not gonna drink?
my form of thinking is different. I'm not attracted to alcohol no more. What is? It's not because I'm in prison, because I feel it in my heart, and I don't. I don't have the urge to drink. I don't even smoke. I used to smoke. I gave all that up. If I may say to this parole board, it's like I said, we all some point believe in something greater than ourselves, and he made a change in my life. That it's a different form of thinking for me. I'm not the same person. It's not because I'm over here it's different for me. And I wanna, if I may, I wanna encourage people, if they have I'm gonna be honest with this parole. I used to have a lot of, I used to be in a lot of depression, a lot of anxiety. He took all of that. I don't have that anymore. That's a good thing for me. And that's the difference. And that's all I can say.
Okay.
I'm sorry for it.
Warden, is there anything you can tell us about Mr. Varela?
I don't really have anything to add other than, kind of covered most of it, unless y'all have any more questions.
I noticed he does some, he works with the Spanish-speaking population.
Yes, ma'am.
Help them communicate.
Yes, ma'am.
If I may say so, ma'am, I was trying to say something. Oh yeah, before you close the TV, I want to say to the victim's family that I want to apologize to them.
Okay.
Hope that the pain I put them through, I'm hoping that they can find healing for the pain I put them through, as they will let go of that pain that I put them through. And it's all I can say.
Right. Well, so, Miss Eileen, would you ask Miss Ernestina, we'd like to hear her comments, what she would like us to know about her brother.
Señora Ernestina, sí le gustaría oír sus comentarios de qué es lo que quiere decir sobre su hermano.
She still has no audio.
Todavía no se le oye, señora.
While they are still trying to do it, and if we can't connect the audio, we have to move on. But Ana Hernandez is here. Ana, while they're trying to work through that, we'd like to hear from you.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Ana Hernandez, and Mario Varela is my husband's uncle. I met the family more than 15 years ago. We've been married for 10 years. And I knew about the situation with Mario. We always talk about it. We always pray about it. And I think as far as the family, they're very concerned about the time, they're really sorry about what happened, about the situation, about the victims. Especially Miss Ernestina, she is very, she's a pastor in Mexico, and she's always praying for him. She is trying to figure out a way to help them. I know that she's going to receive him at her house if this goes successfully for him. And I know it's been so long, and I know he has a son that he has never met. He didn't even know about him. And he has a family already, and he would like to be reunited with his father, and and have more time to spend with him and his kids as well. So I hope you guys will take this into consideration. I mean, I feel really sorry about the victims, and but also about the family on Mario Varela's side is also traumatic for them, because they haven't seen him, and that there's always just people that are around that they have not been able to meet him. So I know Miss Ernestina Varela has opened his arms and his house, and also friends and family, they're also offering jobs for him. And yeah, I hope he will be able to be released and be reunited with his family back in Mexico.
Thank you. Do we have Ms. Gonzalez yet?
Señora González, ya tenemos audio.
Yeah, Ms. Eileen, it seems as though we're having issues with on their end. So we'll go with Ms. Anna's testimony. So Mr. Mario, is there anything you'd like to say to us before we vote? I'm sorry we couldn't connect with your sister. She's trying really hard to get connected. I'd like to hear from her. We have to move on, sir. So is there anything you'd like to say to us?
As I said before, I stand before you for I'm guilty of the crime. I want to apologize to the victim's family for this terrible crime that I committed against them. Hopefully, this throughout the years that they can find healing for that pain that I brought into their lives, and hopefully they become the person they used to be before. I mean, it's all I can hope for them,
Okay, I think we are ready to vote, and I want you to, I'm going to vote first. My vote is going to be to grant you to the federal detainer.
Thank you, ma'am.
And let me tell you why, because you've expressed remorse it appears to be sincere remorse for what happened to your victim, and the victim's son has said, if he has shown acceptable behavior while in prison and expresses sincere remorse for his crime, I will not object to granting him parole. So his position has changed over time, and that's the reason for my vote. Mr. Grady?
I concur with your vote.
Mr. Tillis?
I agree and would like to vote to grant.
And he will be going to Mexico,
Right.
right?
Right. So we're granting you to the federal detainer and then eventual residence in Mexico. Good luck, sir.
I'm gonna say to the parole board, I want you to know that I'm going out there with a son. It's the gift that I was given. And I'm going out there, you're sending me out there with a son, no, I'm meeting.
Just say thank you, Mario.
Thank you.
Time.